the foreign scene, Iran executes 6 fighters accused of ties to Israel. Good evening, and thank you for joining us on News Around the World here on BCOS television. I am Ido Shekoni. In the sign language corner is Shakirat Ugundeji. Head of Strategic Communications to the Bureau of Public Service Reforms, Mr. Aliyu Umar, has disclosed that the agency has launched the 2025 Transparency and Integrity Index, TII. The disclosure was made in a statement in Abuja today as the agency's Director General, Mr. Dasuki Arabi, described the index as a vital tool for strengthening accountability, openness, and ethical standards across ministries, departments, and agencies. According to him, the index was conducted in partnership with the Center for Fiscal Transparency and Public Integrity, CEFTPI, or SEFTI. Mr. Arabi explained that the index aligns with the National Strategy for Public Service Reforms, NSPSR 2021-2025, reinforcing the Freedom of Information Act and supporting Nigeria's commitments under the Open Government Partnership. He further commended the unwavering support of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, development partners, and stakeholders who have contributed to the success of the initiative. President Bola Tinubu has called on Plateau residents to be peaceful and united for the progress and growth of the nation. The president made the call today while speaking at the funeral service of Nana Lydia Yowata, mother of the national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, APC, in Jos. President Tinubu called on Plateau residents and Nigerians in general to shun religious and ethnic differences. Also speaking, Governor Caleb Mutfwang of Plateau thanked the president for finding time out of his tight schedule to attend the funeral service. The governor, who identified insecurity as a major setback to the growth of the state, said his administration had put modalities in place to promote peaceful coexistence and tranquility in Plateau. Military authorities have disclosed that troops fighting to rid the country of insecurity and national threats in the month of September 2025 rescued 180 kidnapped victims, civilians, arrested 450 terrorists and bandits, and killed scores of terrorists, bandits, and other criminal elements. The authorities said this today, noting that 39 terrorists surrendered to troops, while 63 assorted arms, 4,475 ammunition, and 294 explosive items such as grenades and IED marking materials were recovered. Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Marcus Kangie, while making this known, said terrorist logistics and communications materials were also recovered. Major General Kangie, who noted that the military's primary objectives were to disrupt enemy capabilities, secure key terrain, and support humanitarian efforts, added that significant progress has been made. He further reaffirmed the military's commitment to transparency, accountability, and the lawful execution of all missions in accordance with international and domestic rules of engagement. Meanwhile, the Armed Forces of Nigeria, AFN, High Command has affirmed the arrest of 16 officers for acts of indiscipline and violation of service regulations. The Defense Headquarters disclosed this today, noting that the action followed a routine internal exercise aimed at reinforcing professionalism and discipline across the ranks. Director of Defense Information, Brigadier General Tukur Gusau, who made this known in a statement, noted that preliminary investigations revealed from grievances over career stagnation and repeated failures in promotion examinations, among other internal service issues. Some of the affected officers were already under the jurisdiction of military authorities for various disciplinary offenses, with a few currently awaiting undergoing trial. Brigadier General Gusau stated that upon the conclusion of investigations, those found culpable will be subjected to the full weight of military justice in accordance with the Armed Forces established disciplinary procedures. Still on security, the Nigeria Police Force has said it has not been officially served with a court order regarding the enforcement of tinted glass permits. The Force Public Relations Officer, CSP Benjamin Hundeyin, made this known today. Human rights lawyer Ihebehe Effiong, who had circulated a portion of the ruling restraining the police from enforcing the regulation, Human rights lawyer Ihebehe Effiong had circulated a portion of the ruling restraining the police from enforcing the regulation. Responding, CSP Hundeyin said the police had not received any official notification. He shared excerpts of the court order, noting that the plaintiff's three main injunctions against the police in the policy were refused, while the court maintained a directive for all parties to preserve the status quo pending the next hearing on October 16. An Abuja-based veterinary doctor and former chairman of the Nigerian Veterinary Medical Association, FCT chapter, Dr. Ifeanyi Ogbu, has been killed by suspected kidnappers who whisked away his 3 children. It was gathered that the deceased residence in Kubwa district along the Kubwa-Kaduna Road was invaded on Friday night by the gunmen. They abducted him alongside his 3 children and later dumped his body by the roadside. Dr. Ogbu's death was confirmed by Andrew Gabriel Ikechukwu via his Facebook page, noting that the corpse of the deceased was found on the roadside. The late Ogbu was described as a dedicated professional. He leaves behind a nursing wife and grieving family members. Dr. Ogbu's family remains in distress as efforts continue to locate and rescue his 3 abducted children. Colleagues and friends have expressed shock at the killing, describing it as a devastating loss to both his family and the veterinary profession. The attack comes just a week after the killing of Somtochukwu Maduagu, a journalist with Arise TV, who died during a robbery in Katampe, another area of Abuja. Police authorities have yet to issue an official statement, but investigations are reportedly underway. When contacted, the FCT Police Command did not pick calls nor responded to WhatsApp messages. Still in the atmosphere of the celebration of Nigeria at 65, the country's stormy story remains incomplete without a mention of its struggle against insecurity. Civil war, insurgency, communal clashes, banditry and kidnappings have marred the nation's journey, leaving deep scars. As efforts at solving the challenge continue, Adiola Oladile examines the successes thus far and the challenges ahead. She has the details.
Looking back, Nigeria's security history has been marked by pockets of conflict and fragile peace across the geopolitical zones. In the immediate post-independence years, political rivalries and regional tensions sparked violence and culminated in the Nigerian Civil War, fought between 1967 and 1970. The aftermath of the war left deep scars that have not fully healed till date. The years of military rule came with a tight grip on national security, but then, at the cost of human rights, as repeated coups exposed the fragility of Nigeria's political system. When democracy was fully restored in 1999, hopes for peace and development ran high. However, new challenges emerged, such as the rise of militancy in the Niger Delta, ethno-religious clashes in the Middle Belt, and by the late 2000s, the emergence of Boko Haram in the Northeast. In recent times, insecurity has expanded beyond insurgency to widespread banditry, farmer-herder clashes, separatist agitations, and the epidemic of kidnapping for ransom. This year, incidents such as the deadly attacks in states like Plateau and Benue remind Nigerians of the heavy toll insecurity continues to take. Yet, Security experts argue that, compared to the peak of Boko Haram insurgency and widespread banditry about 10 years ago, the country has recorded gradual improvements in security in more recent years. A security analyst, Barrister Fatai Akinsomi, noted that the security environment, though still fragile, has improved compared to a decade ago. He suggested that adopting state policing would help strengthen community policing, bringing law enforcement closer to the people and enhancing rapid response to local threats.
Government should make sure that there is a dissemination of meaningful intelligence report, and it must be timely, so that not that after things happen, they will not say this is the no. Let them get enough, secure enough intelligence that will help them to predict what is going to happen next, so that the various security agencies will be able to nip such things in the bud.
Similarly, retired Group Captain Oladele Olasokwe agreed that while insecurity remains a major challenge, there has been steady progress, particularly in curbing the menace of herdsman attacks. He emphasized that consolidating these gains requires sustained government investment in intelligence gathering, equipment, and the welfare of security personnel.
If we have to observe what happened in the past government, you agree with me that all of a sudden we just saw herdsmen with rifles and everything. They have been killing people and none of them has been arrested and tried. But nowadays, we have not had killer herdsmen raiding as much as before. The bandits, well, some say they are negotiating presently. If you have to negotiate, you must negotiate from position of strength. The past negotiation, what fruit has it yielded? You understand? But what I would say, gradually is improving. But personally, I will not advise people to travel the way we always traveled before.
As the nation marks 65 years of independence, security experts remind us that the real test of freedom is not just in raising the flag or celebrating milestones, but in ensuring the safety of every citizen. Adeola Oladele, BCOS News.
You're watching news around the world on BCOS television. We pause now for a short commercial break. Please stay tuned.
Power Oil Light. Light enough for movement. Real enough for taste. Power Oil. My choice for my family. They always come back for seconds. I know why. Power Oil. My choice for my family.
Breaking news. The home is under attack by stains, disease-causing germs, and so much more. An all-out war. But not for long, because Hypo is here. Dirty floors and surfaces.
Not on our watch.
Protect every day with Hypo. Dirty and stains, no be do shakara. We got the remedy, original palasa. Hypo, go Hypo. Protect your home every day with Hypo. Cleaning every surface, sanitizing home. Shine every corner, enter every corner. Your sitting room, kitchen, even the toilets. For cleaning, Hypo now. No lose guard, protect your home with Hypo now.
And just like that, the day is saved. Germs always find a way back.
No greed. Protect every day with Hypo.
Hypo go Hypo.
Brand new from Etel.
I'm living in my lane, happy every day. Things are not the same, oh no. Now I chop from a buffet, unlimited buffet. Why I not there yet? Cause I know it's more than enough for me. Ocean no feet finish, Siren no get limits. I have
unlimited data on your devices, dial *312*12#, visit Airtel app or visit airtel.com.ng/HBB.
Airtel, a reason to imagine.
Sonia tomato mix, stand up. Is it to open? Is it to squeeze? Is it to scoop and is it to stir? Dishes come alive with so much taste. Sonia tomato mix, of course. Sonia tomato mix, yes sir. Sonia tomato mix, stand up.
I'm in love. Oh, with you, of course, my darling.
Sonia tomato mix in a new stand-up pouch.
Glad to have you back. The final phase of Thanksgiving services in celebrating the coronation of the 44th Olubadan of Ibadan land, Oba Rashidi Adewolu Ladoja Arusa I, has been held today as the monarch joined the traditional worshippers at the Osemeji Temple, Ojaba, Ibadan. Staff reporter Adibaya Abdurrafi was there to bring the details.
Following this successful coronation ceremony for the 44th Olubadan of Ibadan land, Oba Rashidi Adewolu Ladoja Arusa I, the monarch was today joined by eminent sons and daughters of Ibadan land at the Osemeji Temple for the final phase of Thanksgiving services. Oba Ladoja had earlier been received by the leadership of the Catholic Church and Christian faithful at the Church of the Ascension, Bodija Ibadan, and the Ibadan Central Mosque, Ojaba Ibadan, for similar Thanksgiving services. Leading faithful in praying for the new Olubadan, the Araba and Dolu Isheshe of Ibadan land, Chief Ifalere Odegbemi Odegbola II, encouraged the people of Ibadan to translate the love displayed in receiving the monarch to developmental support. In an exhortation taken from Ogbegunda or Ogbeyonu, Babawu Awodele Oladejo stated that Oba Ladoja has endured a lot en route ascension to the Olubadan stool, noting that he had reaped the fruit of his sacrifice. Babawu Oladejo, who disclosed that traditional religion protects the throne, said it is worthwhile for any monarch to always respect the tradition for a successful reign. In his remarks, the Olubadan of Ibadan land, Oba Rashidi Adewolu Ladoja Arusa I, pledged to be fair to all in directing the affairs of the people of Ibadan land. The Asiwaju Isiagba of Ibadan, Chief Fadari Adekombi Adekunle III, and Oloye Ifareola Ifakemi had earlier led prayers for peaceful and progressive Ibadan under the reign of Oba Rashidi Adewolu Ladoja, while the Asiwaju Isin Ifafori Bolarewa led in chanting the Iyere Ifa. Among the dignitaries in the entourage of the Olubadan were the President General, Central Council of Ibadan Indigene, Chief Ajeniyi Ajewole, former Senate Leader Oloye Teslim Folarin, Senator representing Oyo South, High Chief Sharafaddin Ali, and Magaji Nuruddin Akinade. Traders in Ojaba Market also used the opportunity to congratulate the new Olubadan on his ascension into office. Adebayo Abdurrafi, BCOS News.
Strategist Mr. Kehinde Adejumo has challenged Nigerians to take advantage of opportunities that promote self-sufficiency and long-term financial independence. Mr. Adejumo said this while delivering the keynote address at the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, Oyo State Chapter's monthly lecture organized as part of efforts to equip members with practical tools for navigating Nigeria's economic realities. BCOS reporter Adeola Oladile has details of the event held at the BCOS NUJ Hall, Iliakide, Orita Bashoru, Ibadan.
This month's edition of the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations Oyo State Chapter Lecture offered members fresh perspectives on financial management and practical pathways to achieving economic independence. In his presentation, the guest lecturer, Mr. Kehinde Adejumo, stressed that achieving economic independence requires deliberate planning. He outlined key strategies such as investing in education and skill development, creating diverse income streams through businesses and innovation, cultivating an entrepreneurial mindset as a way of achieving economic independence. Acknowledging government's efforts at economic recovery, Mr. Adejumo emphasized that Nigerians must also design personal action plans to secure their financial future.
In order not to be sold out in this increasingly digital world, there's need for us to embrace technology, which is pivotal to unlocking economic strength. Let us explore online platforms, either as an entrepreneur or a public servant or even retiree, for investment and for financial services. Government must, as a matter of urgency, review the earnings of our pension workers to fall in line with economic reality.
Earlier in his welcome address, the acting chairman of the NIPR Oyo State Chapter, Mr. Goke Adelakun, explained that the lecture, titled Roadmap to Building Independent Economic Strength, was inspired by the Institute's mission to empower members through knowledge sharing and capacity building. Mr. Adelakun also charged members to work collectively to reposition the NIPR for greater relevance at both state and national levels.
The motive is to enable member cope with the current economic realities and further allow them to think outside the box for more better opportunity to empower themselves and also make more money. One of the problems being faced by a typical society or individual in our today's world is the paucity of funds. To either fulfill our obligation, our commitment to either the institute or at the larger society.
The lecture rounded off with an interactive session, giving members the chance to engage the guest lecturer on practical applications of his message, after which he was presented with an award of excellence. Adeola Oladele, BCOS News.
Practical skills for self-reliance and financial independence has continued to gain momentum due to the unemployment rate in the country, and was the central message at the personality lecture organized by the Department of Educational Management, University of Ibadan. BCOS reporter Gbemisola Adebayo has the details.
Education, once seen as an experience confined to classroom walls, is now being redefined. Experts say, in today's fast-changing world, students must look beyond academics and embrace opportunities in innovation and entrepreneurship. It was against this backdrop that the Department of Educational Management, University of Ibadan, held its personality lecture with the theme, Thriving Beyond Classrooms, a unique feature of a successful personality. In his address of welcome, the chairman, Linkage and Outreach Committee of the Department of Educational Management, University of Ibadan, Professor Benjamin Emunemu, urged undergraduates not to rely solely on certificates but explore fields such as fintech and artificial intelligence for survival in today's economy. The guest lecturer, who is a member representing Ido Ibarapa East Federal Constituency, Honorable Remi Oseni, emphasized the need to reorient education towards skill, innovation, and entrepreneurship, stressing that while education may not automatically guarantee success, it liberates the mind and creates pathways to prosperity.
I was an iron bender at the point. I was once a conductor in here. I was not the best student in secondary school. It was in the course of my career development out there that the skill acquisition started coming. 60,000 naira capital. I launched my construction business. I invested wisely, built credibility, deliver quality service, and with determination, and the grace of God, I climbed step by step.
Earlier in his remarks, the head of departments, Educational Management, Dr. Iragba Isuku, noted that by acquiring practical skills, students can boost employability and contribute to economic growth.
The students who are just leaving the university system, that when they go out of the university, they should not just limit themselves to the available certificate they've achieved or they've gotten from the university, but that they could also do some other things that will add not only value to their life, but to the society at large.
The events, attended by undergraduates and postgraduate students, provided a platform for young scholars to rethink education as more than a certificate, but a tool to thrive beyond the classroom. Bimsola Adebayo, BCOS News.
A professor of public development and administration and civil military relations in the Faculty of Social Sciences, University of Ibadan, Dikru Yagbuyaju, said the Nigerian government has underperformed despite the country's size, including in human and material endowments. He made this known when he presented the 595th 2024-2025 inaugural lecture held at the Trenchard Hall, University of Ibadan. Staff reporter Bimbo Akambi attended the inaugural lecture and brings the details.
The inaugural lecture, titled Big for Nothing, Nigeria's Struggle with a Paradox, had in attendance members of the academia, politicians, media practitioners, economists, business moguls, among others. The Professor of Public and Development Administration and Civil Military Relations in the Faculty of Social Sciences of the University of Ibadan, Professor Dikru Yagbuyaju, delved into the paradoxality of Nigeria being big yet so unproductive to warrant the question of being big for nothing. According to him, despite its great resources, Nigeria and its government had underperformed and disappointed Nigerians. He said Nigerians are also speaking ill of the country. Professor Yagbuyaju said Nigeria, often seen by many citizens from the prism of being a colonially contrived alien object, is being cursed by the citizens both home and in the diaspora at any given opportunity. He lamented that the people speak negatively about the country and market it, whether as a politician seeking relevance in the United Kingdom or on other social media, saying that this is in spite of the country's potential for greatness and the platform for identification it promises its citizens. This, he said, is in spite of the country's potential for greatness. One can hardly succeed in a country that he does not love, adding that this is probably why foreign nationals who love to come to Nigeria see opportunities and they thrive in the country.
The factor of leadership is central to what Nigeria is and what the country ought to be. The leadership factor in the life of an organization or that of the country can hardly be overemphasized, and this fact has been stated by many, including Bond 1978, Achibi 1983, Hotri 2001, Sigula 2004, Okumade 2008, Yagbuyaju 2013 and 2015, and Yagbuyaju and Yagbuyaju 2023.
He explained how Nigerians and the Nigerian government had underperformed in the areas of talking ill of the nation, the Nigerian policing system, directional leadership, social, economic, and political performance, among others.
So it means that Nigeria will be better. Nigeria will do well when the citizens of Nigeria and residents of Nigeria get to what they right from family.
Professor Dikru Yagbuyaju pointed out that now is the time for a decisive and diligent action, saying there is no room for delay in realizing the promise of a Nigeria that is not just big, but one that big is something productive. Adding, God bless Nigeria and its good people. Bimbo Akambi, BCOS News.
We have another timeout. Please stay tuned.
worry, no boundaries. Just you and your dreams, running wild and free. Oh no, life can be easy. Smooth connection where they correct. No boundaries. Smooth connection where they correct.
Power Oil Light. Light enough for movement. Real enough for taste. Power Oil. My choice for my family. They always come back for seconds. I know why. Power Oil. My choice for my family.
Nivea Black and White Deodorant, now with 72-hour protection. But what does that mean? 3 cities in 3 days and no fear of sweat and odor. 120 dances with skin as smooth as the moves. Sweat, stain and odor protection. Nivea Black and White Deodorant. Skin is for embracing life. Nivea is for skin.
To imagine a worry, no boundaries. Just you and your dreams, running wild and free. Oh no, life can be easy. Smooth connection where they correct.
Breaking news. The home is under attack by stains, disease-causing germs, and so much more. An all-out war. But not for long, because hypo is here.
Dirty floors and surfaces.
Not on our watch.
Protect every day with hypo. Dirty and stains no fit do us shakara. We got the remedy, original palasa. Hypo, hypo, go hypo. Protect your home every day with hypo. Cleaning every surface, sanitize the home. Shine every corner, enter every corner. Your sitting room, kitchen, even the toilets. For cleaning, hypo now, no lose guard, protect your home with hypo now.
And just like that, the day is saved. Germs always find a way back.
No green. Protect every day with hypo.
Hypo, go hypo.
Thanks for staying tuned. The fight against open defecation and poor sanitation in Ibadan received a major boost as the Okeodo community commissioned the World Bank-assisted modern toilet facility integrated with a solar-powered borehole system. Facilitated by the Okeodo Club in partnership with the Oyo State Ministry of Environment and Natural Resources, the project is aimed at promoting hygiene, dignity, and sustainable access to clean water. BCOS reporter Damilola Daudu was at the commissioning held at Itabota Kudeti area of Okeodo, Ibadan.
In a bold step towards improving sanitation and promoting sustainable community development, a modern toilet project with an integrated solar power borehole system has officially been commissioned at Itabota Kudeti area of Okeodo, Ibadan. The World Bank-assisted project, facilitated by Okeodo Club in collaboration with the Oyo State Ministry of Environment and Natural Resources, is designed to tackle open defecation, ensure access to clean water, and improve hygiene standards in the community. As part of its corporate social responsibility, Okeodo Club further announced its plan to build 2 additional facilities of the same standard within the community, ensuring that more families benefit from improved sanitation and safe water. In their various address, the president Okeodo Club, Dikin Kola Olawale, and the committee chairman, Engineer Bukola Adisa, described the initiative as part of their commitment to grassroots progress, noting that the solar power borehole will provide a reliable water source to support the facility's long-term use.
We are very happy because not only for Okeodo Club, for the community, because we are trying to pay back for the community. Since we don't forget our source, so because this, all of us, this is our source. So we are happy that this one has been done, and we are also happy that one of these communities have already said he wants to sponsor the second one.
In his remark, the Oyo State Commissioner for Environment and Natural Resources, represented by Mr. Rafiu Bassett, hailed the project as a timely intervention that aligned with both state and global goals on sanitation and health. The President General CCII Chief Ajeniyi Ajewole and Executive Assistant to the Governor on Finance, Budget and Economic Planning, Alhaji Gafal Bello, applauded Okeodo Club for embarking on such a laudable project and advised community members to make good use of the newly commissioned toilet facility while ensuring its proper care and maintenance.
With this project, Okeodo Club has shown that it has given a lead to what other socio-cultural club under Central Council of Banadini must do. They are now making a payback to their society. This is wonderful.
It's a dream come true. First, we have to give thanks to Almighty God and equally the World Bank for their support during the Ibadan Urban Flood Management Project. The idea actually came through the project, and we had to put all hands in the whole thing to ensure that our community benefits from the project.
The club equally urged residents to take full ownership of the project by protecting and using it responsibly so that it can serve generations to come. Damilola Daudu, BCOS News.
Over now to the sports segment of the news. Please don't go anywhere.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us on the sports segment on the news. My name is Buluwaji Ogumola. Nigeria National League side Doma United have appointed Najib Mabu as their new technical advisor. Chairman of the club, Alhaji Sulaiman Umar, confirmed Mabu's appointment during the team's training session. Mabu joined Doma United from fellow NNL club Mighty Jets. The young tactician replaces Akande Onigmide, who left the club at the end of last season. He will be assisted by coach Maurice Chigozie and coach Sulaiman Mohamed, both of whom have been integral members of the club's coaching crew. Doma United will be aiming to secure promotion to Nigerian Premier Football League in the new season. Benin Republic head coach Gennett Raw has named Remo Stars goalkeeper Serge Obasa in his 25-man squad for the Squirrels' 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers against Rwanda and Nigeria. Raw, who once handled the Super Eagles, unveiled his squad at a press conference in Cotonou yesterday. Obasa has established himself as Remo Stars' first-choice goalkeeper since arriving the Nigerian Premier Football League champions at the start of last season. The Squirrels will be away to the Amavubi of Rwanda at the Amahoro Stadium, Kigali, next Friday. They will also be on the road 4 days later with a clash against the Super Eagles of Nigeria at the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium, Uyo. Flying Eagles midfielder Daniel Dagger says the team is firmly focused on their next game against Colombia at the 2025 FIFA Under-20 World Cup. Ali Zubair's side defeated Saudi Arabia 3-2 in their second match of the competition on Friday morning. Captain Daniel Bameyi scored a stoppage time penalty to give Nigeria maximum points in the encounter. The Flying Eagles currently sit third in Group C with 3 points from 2 matches. The 7-time African champions will need to beat Colombia in their final group fixture to secure a place in the knockout round. Daga declared that they would give their all to overcome the South Americans. Finally, Super Falcons forward Ifeoma Anumanu has announced her retirement from football, bringing an end to a professional career that spanned more than a decade across the United States, France, and Nigeria. In a statement shared on Instagram in the early hours of Saturday, the 31-year-old expressed gratitude for her journey, describing her retirement as a natural conclusion to a lifelong discovery that began at the age of 8. Onumonu said that passion for football guided her 22 years and culminated in unforgettable moments on both club and international stages. And that's sports this evening. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, Boluwaji. On the foreign scene, Iran has executed 6 fighters accused of waging armed attacks in the southwestern province of Khuzestan, according to state media, as the country continues to accelerate its accelerated executions of people it says have ties to Israel following the 12-day June conflict with Israel and the United States. The judiciary said on its Mizan website today that the death sentence for 6 separatist terrorist elements who in recent years had carried out a series of armed operations and bombings targeting security in Khuzestan province was carried out at dawn today. The identities of all those executed and details of their arrests and sentencing were not immediately clear. But Mizan reported that they were involved in the killings of 4 security personnel, including 2 police officers and 2 members of the Basij paramilitary force in 2018 and 2019. The report also said they had confessed to planning and executing acts of sabotage, such as making and planting bombs and blowing up the Khorram Shahar gas station. In a separate execution today, authorities hanged Kurdish fighter Salman Mohammadi after convicting him for Muharibi, waging war against God. The executions came less than a week after Iran said it hanged Bahman Chabolsel, a man it described as one of the most important spies for Israel in Iran. To end the world news, here is a recap of the highlights. I beg your pardon. To end news around the world, here again are the top stories. Head of Strategic Communications at the Bureau of Public Service Reforms, Mr. Ali Umar, has disclosed that the agency has launched the 2025 Transparency and Integrity Index, TII. The final phase of Thanksgiving service in celebrating the coronation of the 44th Olubadan of Ibadan land, Oba Rashidi Adewolu Ladoja Arusa I, has been held today as the monarch joined the traditional worshippers at the Osemiji Temple, Ojaba,